Hello, everyone. This is Senya Lee at Asia Media Network. Today, we have a very captivating topic in store for you. Joining us today is Chris Chan, a brilliant attorney from Atlanta, Georgia. Today, we'll be delving into this transformative world of AI and how it impacts our lives. Joining us today is Chris Chan. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, thanks, Senya. My name is Chris Chan. I'm the founding partner of Christopher J. Chan IP Law in Atlanta, Georgia. I have 25 years of big law experience, and then I started my own practice about a year and a half ago, and I'm a full service intellectual property law firm.
Amazing. This is a very special treat for us. I think a lot of us have many questions and this curiosity about what this artificial intelligence is really doing to our world and how it really works, right? And it does affect our, businesses and many industries out there. Why is it so important to understand how AI works?
So artificial intelligence will essentially change just about every industry and every business today. And it's important that workers and employees in every business and industry understand how AI is being used in their business, and they need to adapt very quickly to using AI, as well as understanding how they can incorporate AI into their own work. It's estimated that about 40% of all jobs today will be displaced or otherwise changed by AI. So again, very important that today's workforce embraces AI and the change that's coming.
Yeah, I mean, if we don't embrace it, then it's almost like if we resist it and don't know about it, then it's going to take over our jobs, right?
Right.
And 40% is a very high number. And what do you think are some of the major industries that AI will hit?
Right. Just about any industry that deals with data and large amounts of data will be affected. Legal, medical, market research, financial, any industry that looks at that data and tries to make decisions or otherwise observations about it will be affected as well. So, for example, already today, lawyers are starting to embrace AI in their work because they have to sort through a lot of case law and a lot of information and come to conclusions. And sometimes they may not know about the latest and greatest case, and AI will hopefully bring that case up to the front and put that into their work product, which are usually court filings.
Wow, that's incredible. I mean, it's like having a virtual assistant that's like available to you at all times and boop, you right?
Right.
Well, that's incredible. Well, I was just thinking, like, is there, some harms or dangers that we should be aware about in terms of using and integrating an AI into our world?
Yeah, definitely. AI has the potential for hallucination or misinformation. The term hallucination has been well documented in a lot of current AI models where when you ask the AI a question and it outputs information, the AI may sometimes put information that's just not true or just doesn't exist into the output. Case in point, there's been several lawyers that have incorporated AI information into their court briefs, and these court briefs were submitted to the court. And when the court read the briefs and when the other side read the briefs, they started looking for the cases that were cited in the briefs, and they found out they couldn't find these cases anywhere in the court system, anywhere in the databases. And so they had to go back to the other side lawyer, and the lawyer had to explain that he used AI to generate these briefs, and it came out that those cases just didn't exist at all.
Wow.
So the danger really is misinformation or hallucination by AI, and there can be lots of different other examples of this. In whatever industry that you're using AI to, really pull out factual information or really to make observations and summaries. The danger of hallucination and misinformation by AI is real.
Yeah, I want to like dig in a little bit deeper into this topic because we just spoke about how, let's say, if someone were to create something with AI and how those copyright laws apply. Can you explain a little bit more about that?
Right. So AI can be used to create works, and it can be used to potentially invent different technologies or new iterations of technology. But the danger is that U.S. law hasn't quite caught up to AI.
Mm-hmm.
Um, right now, U.S. law defines an inventor as being a human inventor, and it defines an author as being a human author. So, for copyright purposes, only a human can be an author and can own intellectual property rights, and only a human can be an inventor and can only own the patent rights in an invention.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you use AI to help create a work, an original work for copyright purposes, or when you use an AI to help invent something for patenting purposes, it's important that the author or the inventor really go out and create or invent the work or the invention first. Because when the inventor or creator uses the AI later, only the AI portion will not be entitled to copyright or patent protection, but it's really the human author or inventor's work that can be protected under intellectual property rights.
So this leads into my next question because I know that in LA there was a huge strike with actors and actresses, screenwriters, about AI generating work. And they were pretty much saying, hey, we don't want anything to do with this. This is taking away our jobs. This isn't right. Can you explain a little bit more about that and how AI is impacting the industry and, what we can do moving forward and what's set in place, things like that?
Sure, yeah. The Screen Writers Guild and the Actors Guild last summer went on strike because of one of the issues was AI being used to potentially take away jobs that screenwriters and actors have, or otherwise displace them from some of the work that they were doing. And took several months for the two sides to reach an agreement. But one of the important points for at least the screenwriters is that AI can be used to create certain works, but the writers need to be fairly compensated for their portion of their work. If the studio is going to use some AI generation to add on to the content, the writers have to be fairly compensated for their contributions. And likewise for the actors, they've reached a very similar type agreement where the studios can create digital replicas and synthetic performers. The actors need to be fairly compensated for the digital replicas that are being made of their likenesses and images, and they should be able to control now how those digital replicas are used downstream in various projects. There's the concept called I guess synthetic performers, where a whole new entity or avatar is created, and the actors and actresses that are being displaced by these digital creations, they need to have an opportunity to vie for these positions. So the studios will need to give notice when they use a synthetic performer or want to use a synthetic performer on a project, and the actors and actress guilds will be able to bid on those positions before the studio can use the synthetic performer in a production.
Wow, I remember you talking about how certain businesses will have to have maybe different level of insurance that they would have to purchase now if they were to use AI. Could you explain a little bit more about that?
Right. So, when you use AI in your business, the danger is there could be misinformation, or there just could be something factually wrong in the work that's being created. And when a business relies on that for their customers, or for their clients, somebody could get hurt. For example, a map could be created and the map could be totally wrong, and a person could, a poor example, drive off a cliff. Who is responsible for that? The business that's relying on the AI to create that map or to create that work, would be responsible. So these types of accidents, would be covered under, probably business insurance that usually covers any accidents, for personal injury or for professional injury, created by or caused by a business. And so, a business, before they rely on AI to create products and services, should check with their insurance carrier and make sure their insurance carrier understands how AI is being used in the business, so that the insurance company can price out that risk and can price out, what premiums the business would have to pay to cover and to insure that risk.
Wow. Well, there's a whole new change happening in our world, isn't there? Well, I wanted to kind of ask you, more personal level, what are you excited about most about AI?
Right. So I'm really excited about AI streamlining our jobs. I'm not excited about AI taking over my job, but I think AI, when you embrace it and when you use it responsibly and when you use it knowledgeably, you can really streamline the work that you're doing, and you can quickly access a lot of information that can help really supplement your job and supplement your work. But for a lot of jobs that are relying on the creativity of the human mind, you shouldn't rely on AI to displace your analytical thinking or your decision making or your observations. You should use AI to supplement that, and you should always again be responsible about the outputs that AI is providing to you by fact-checking AI, fact-checking the output, and also making sure that if you want to have your own intellectual property rights, whether copyright or patent rights, that you rely on AI not to invent or create the main work, but to rely on AI to maybe smooth out the rough edges or to make different iterations of something that's already been created or invented from your own mind.
Right. Originality cannot be copied.
That's
right?
That's right.
As we wrap up this very eye-opening conversation with Chris Chan, I just want to say thank you so much for being here with us today and explaining this intricate world of AI.
Thanks, Senya. I really appreciate you all having me, and I really enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah, me too. Well, I hope you guys all got something out of this. Remember, stay curious. Curiosity fuels progress. Follow Asian Media Network on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and website. This is Senya Lee from Asian Media Network. See you later.